Hello, fellow Bassages and Fargan Iceholes. My name is Alex Tyler. Welcome back to Ace Combat Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Foxhound, mainly the MiG-31 Foxhound. Everyone describes this plane, especially in today's standards, as one of the worst planes in Ace Combat. I remember trying to play with it in Ace Combat 4, Ace Combat 5, and I didn't like it because the only feature it had was being fast and mediocre weapons. But how does it play now compared to other things? How does it compare to, let's say, today's standards in a realistic situation in multiplayer and in campaign? Well, here's what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to be giving you guys examples of what this looks like, mainly throughout the game. Right now, you're seeing me take out an oil field, mainly a very eccentric, very good standard for literally just a ground mission. And yes, this thing is a fighter, and it does pretty well for itself. I was surprised by how fast it was. The gun is usually useless when you're going this fast, and the thing about the Foxhound you have to remember is that if you're not going above 100 and 1,500 speed, basically, then you're not doing it right. If you ever slow down below 1,500, then you're just basically done. You're dead. And you have to maintain that speed no matter what. You gotta go fast. That is the main way you gotta think about this thing. Is Sonic the Hedgehog, the fighter plane. I wish there was a skin for it, and I would totally put Sonic the Hedgehog on this thing. But hey, the best thing about it too, I was surprised, especially when you look at this mission, is keeping things away from an objective. Surprisingly, this is a good defensive plane. You see something far away, and you just kill it. And that's the weapon loadout for this. It only has one close range weapon, which is the pulse laser, but everything else is kind of longer range, and you can spec the SAAM to be long range missile like the LAAM that you already get put with it. That's what I'm using right now in this mission. The LAAM is an amazing weapon if you use it correctly. I wish it was on the YF23, I believe it's called. I did a video on that before, and if it was on that, I believe it is. I don't remember right now, but it's one of those weapons that you look at and I would say, why am I using this? Just to kill things from long range? If that's the only thing it does? Okay, cool. But if I just look at this weapon system as is, the SAAM, the pulse laser, and the LAAM, I'm going to choose the LAAM over anything else. The pulse laser is too finicky for up close range because this plane is not built for this. It is meant to go in fast, go in hard, and do a sweeping run and just destroy things in an instant. You only have about 4 missiles to play with. You only have, and if you're lucky enough, you can get about 6 to 7 kills with the 4 missiles and a couple targets with the gun. That's if you're really good with this. I'm just mediocre with it. I don't play it enough to know that it's good, but I know how to play with it. Like here, for example, those things usually take about 2 to 3 missiles to take out, and I was able to take it out easily with the gun and everything like that. A good number chance right here is I'm just going through this lane right here. I took out about 7 to 6 targets, and yes, it's partly because the explosions took out other parts, but I know, for example, that if I use this thing correctly, I will destroy a lot of ground targets. Now you can see up there, I only have about 30 seconds left, and I will fail this mission, but not for the reason you think. I'm seeing long distance targets. I'm using the LAM to keep them away. I'm switching back to my regular missiles to take out the ground targets and just keeping the defenses away as I'm having my way with everything below me. This is where this thing excels. Making these giant fast speed runs that are just going straight at the enemy's heart and destroying it. And this is an assassin at the heart of it. This is meant to go really freaking fast and do some damage along the way while flying it. If you are not doing it right, then you are going to lose. Next up, the next clip I'm going to be showing here is that it is a totally air battle. And I switched to the SAAM for this. Mainly because I know that it's going to be a very interesting fight, I could say, basically. With this, you cannot play the same as a LAM, not fire and not forget, which is the thing I always have to say about the LAM. You have no idea if it's going to hit the target. You just hope it's going to hit it, because you can put as much tracking and as much stuff you want to put on that weapon system, but all you can do is hope that it hits. The SAAM is a different story. You have about an 80 to 90% chance of it hitting, because as long as it stays in a little reticle. That is the great thing about the SAAM, but I still believe that this is a long-range weapon system, because at long range, planes will not move as fast. You have more reaction time, basically. You have more experience to turn with the target, unless it's not meant to be like around 2,000 meters, or 2,000 meters away, basically, like an up-close dogfighting position. That's why I would never use this weapon system in PvP, because it's not meant for it. That's where the SAAM is great for, though. I use this all the time on the Arsenal bird, because it has a lot more power than the regular missile. It can one shot aces and stuff like in this. So basically, like an SU-50, it will kill instantly. F-22, it will take 2 other missiles to kill. It's, and also if you spec it for more powerful, it will just one-shot those as well. It's ridiculous how good the SAAM is in situations, and I make that clear. In situations, not good in general. Good in general is a QAAM. It's fire and forget. Pulse laser is good as it is. It's fire and hope you hit, but it's a machine gun, basically. You have to be good with it. You have to lead your shots. You have to be able to fly the damn plane while fighting and not get hit by a missile. Where this thing loses is that you have to stay still and lock on with the target right there. You could see right there. I had a good missile lock. I hit the target with the SAM, but I had to clean them up afterwards. That's just the way this thing is. I look at this and I think, my God, this is an amazing weapon system for a plane that is meant to go fast, really, really freaking fast, and take out targets. This thing, I look at and I think, this is on the wrong plane, because I could imagine this having those kind of extra weapons, like the 4 AAMs, 6 AAMs, not 8 AAMs, because that would just go way too fast, but 6 AAMs on this plane would be amazing, or 4 AAMs would be even better. You had the chance to lock on multiple targets, 4 at a time, and then just shoot them, and just destroy them, basically. Just run through, destroy the stuff, and treat it like this is when I look at this plane, I think of the fighter version of the A-10. You're supposed to go at the enemy, destroy everything in your past, then go around again and just keep making these passes and passes and passes. You're not allowed to slow down. You're not allowed to think about your movements. You're in a reactionary state when you're playing with the MiG-31. The Foxhound is an amazing weapon system, an amazing plane, yet you cannot use it against the higher tier gameplay, which you're about to see in the multiplayer. But when you think about it, you think that this plane will be better than it is. You look at this thing, and it's the higher tier version of the MiG, of all the all the MiG planes. It's the last one, I believe, made for the series before Russia started taking up the SU series for planes. I'm not sure about that. That's just what's in the game. Like the equivalent to the FA-18, the I'm gonna get it wrong, but you know which one I'm talking about. The one that's the not the MiG, the other MiG that's middle tier. That one is amazing because it can perform rolls. It can perform stall maneuvers. It's really freaking good, but it's like the sister equivalent to the FA-18. I want to do a video on that eventually. But anyway, the equivalent to this, I thought for a long time, was the F-15. I was so wrong. The F-15 is a beast of its own. You cannot compare this to the F-15. The only comparison to this, honestly, is the F-104 Starfighter. If you saw the video I did on that, it's the same logic. Go as fast as you can, fire all your missiles, and go straight. That's all you ever need to do. That's all that you ever need to do is just fire, go fast, and fire again. Lock onto a single target and then kill it. This is not meant to dogfight. This is not meant to stay in long distance. It's meant to stay in long distance fight, pick out a target, and just kill it. It's the same logic of the YF-23, but the YF-23 is definitely not as fast as this. When you hear that Foxhound's first time, when you use it for the first time, and you hear those engines rev, like I did, when you hear that powerful noise in the back end that just sounds like it's ready just to kill something, then you know you're doing something with a good plane. In experienced hands, I cannot imagine what an ace or like a amazing person in multiplayer can pull this off. But you're about to see that where I did my best. I did my best against people that were using higher tier planes like F-22s, XO2s, other AX, ADX or ADF. I forget the names, monikers, but you know what we're talking about. Higher like S tier planes, stuff like that, are just ridiculous. And I can hold my own against them because the weapon systems on this, if you're a good pilot, is really good. And if you're playing with it right, you're just going through a crowd of enemies that are in multiplayer and just destroying them all together. That's what you're going to see here in this final clip, where I just do my best. I get shot down a couple times. I come in third. But it's mainly because the weapon systems on the airplanes are better, but my flying, and thank God they give this thing 5 flares, because my God, it would be ridiculous. But what you're supposed to do is go at full speed through a crowd of enemies and just kill them. That's what you're supposed to do. You cannot do anything else. You just gotta hope and pray that you kill everything. And that's the main problem with this plane. You hope to kill. You cannot guarantee to kill. You cannot say, I will get a kill. You have to say, I hope I get a kill with this plane. Like right here, for example. This is he's dead already. Cool, fine. I'm launching these long-range missiles. I'm going to hit a couple. There, nice. I hit one of the F-22. He's going to be coming after me the whole game now, like that. Uh, yeah, the QAM will always win, basically. I'm going to be battling that psycho guy the whole entire game because it's going to be ridiculous. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this clip. My name is Alex Tyler Gaming. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye.
Romeo 1, Fox 2. Romeo 1, locked on. Target is in gun range. Romeo 1, missile. Romeo 1, stay with the operation. Romeo 1, locked on. Fox 2. Careful, enemy locked on. Romeo 1, stay with the operation. Enemy ace destroyed. Locked on. You're leaving Operation Airspace. Target is in gun range. Enemy missile evaded. Nice use of the clouds. Romeo 1, stay with the operation. Watch your chaff and flare supply. Romeo 1, locked on. You're leaving Operation Airspace. Missile closing, evade. Romeo 1, out. Romeo 1, locked on. Target not hit. Enemy locked on. Romeo 1. You're leaving Operation Airspace. Missile in the air. Chaff and flares at 0. Romeo 1, down. Romeo 1, locked on. 1 minute remaining. Special weaponry low. Romeo 1, locked on. Careful, enemy locked onto you. Entering clouds. 30 seconds remaining. In gun range. You're leaving Operation Airspace. 15 seconds. Locked on. Missile evaded. Impressive. Careful, enemy locked onto you. Combat time's up. Not bad at all. Looking forward to seeing you in action again.